I'm the first person in my family ever to get in politics, and Grandma Space always said, none of us ever got into politics because we're all too honest. That's the only thing I like to try to prove her wrong on. We have a zoo, we have 500 wild animals, lions, tigers, bears, leopards, jaguars, also a museum with 48 cars, old wagons, sleighs, Indian artifacts, and a working farm. My son is the fourth generation to be working here. My grandfather started in 1927 with my grandmother. My dad worked with my grandfather, and my son's dream is to carry on the family business. So it makes you proud. You put a lot of work into it, trying to carry it down to the next generation. There's not many kids that can grow up and say, they were playing in a playpen with baby grizzly bears, or to be able to take an African lion to school for show and tell. So there was a lot of unique things that made growing up here at the zoo kind of special. Biggest influence in my career would probably be my grandfather. Spent a lot of time with him when I was a kid, taught me a lot of different things, told me a lot of things that he did right, and he always let me know what I did wrong. My grandfather started the fire department in Wantage in 1930. He was our first chief. My dad was chief in 1950 and 51. I was chief in 2001, 2002. Now my son's a lieutenant, so we have a longevity of volunteering with the fire department. I always say, it's in your family, but it's also in your blood, and it's one of those things that a lot of people wouldn't understand if you're not a first responder. I have a few hobbies, I like motorcycles, I like hunting, and politics. My wife and I always joke that, we follow politics like people follow sports teams. I have been a Republican since I turned 18, yes, and my wife has also, and everybody in my family. With the current political situation in Trenton, I think too much of the attention is being focused on a certain part between Newark and Camden. We always end up on the short end of the stick in the rural districts, and it's just getting to the point where we can't afford to live here anymore. We need to maintain and stay within our budget. It's just like a family household. You spend what you have to survive, and taxing the people has to stop, because that's going to break the country and the state. I try to make a difference. I ran for Wantage Township on the committee and was mayor 3 times, and the freeholder board. I don't look at it as a political career. I have a career. This is my career, working at the zoo. The biggest thing is just trying to help people when they need a hand. I think I have a unique perspective being in the state legislature, not only being able to have a voice for the people, but also I bring it from, a working man's outlook. I'm a blue-collar worker. I'm proud of it. I don't wear a suit and tie every day. If you keep everybody happy, you're not doing your job. But I think you get more respect out of somebody knowing where you stand on an issue instead of just flip-flopping either way. So I'm sure there's never a question with me. If I believe in this is where I stand. A lot of times people get upset at it, but I'm not going to move.